Our own familiar face at training camp is Chase Shannon. He's in Oxnard live, tracking all things Cowboys, and he's got the latest. Chase?
Hey, Don, a little Texas Hold'em, huh? Darius Jackson, the running back who's getting most of the first-team reps right now, tells me that when he got the news that Alfred Morris was coming back to the Cowboys, his instant reaction, Big Al is back. The 30-year-old spent some time with the Cowboys 2 seasons, in fact, back in 2016 and 2017, and he filled in for Ezekiel Elliott when he was suspended. Back then, he wore number 46. Now he's cut it in half. Number 23 had options. Reportedly, he was supposed to work out with the Saints on Monday, but he has a home in Dallas, and this is where he wants to be.
No, it doesn't seem different. It's kind of little nuances that you kind of pick back up on and kind of brain dump the old stuff, refresh the stuff that I've kind of had in the brain tank for a while. So it's just kind of more mental than anything. It's going to be a lot of things. Comfortable with the system, comfortable with the coaching staff, with the guys here and stuff, and I'm set up in Dallas anyway, so it's kind of like a no-brainer too, just for my family as well, because it's not just me anymore. When I was a young guy, I was just Alfred, but now I'm married, I have kids now, so it's more than just me, so I have to factor that into everything.
Sounds like his head's in the right place. Head coach Jason Garrett adds they wanted to bring Morris back after the 2017 season, but he got a better deal with the 49ers. So is this a Zeke Elliott insurance policy? I'm not sure, but it does add a lot more experience to an inexperienced running backs group. More at 6 on this, but for now, live in Oxnard, Chase Shannon, News 4 San Antonio.
All right, it's been cussing a lot lately. Chase Shannon has been at Cowboys Camp all week. He joins us now with more updates on the newest Cowboy and one of the newer Cowboys. Chase.
Yeah, how about some Zeke insurance, Chuck? While he's down in Cabo, the Cowboys went out and got a veteran running back, Alfred Morris, making his second appearance with the Dallas Cowboys. He's on the team again for the second time, The 30-year-old spent last season with the San Francisco 49ers, and before that, he spent the 2016 and 2017 seasons with the boys. Coincidentally, in that 2017 season with Dallas, he filled in for Zeke while he was suspended. Morris has proven himself in his 7 years so far in the league, and 3 of those rushing for more than 1,000 yards. Despite a potential opportunity with the New Orleans Saints, he says he wanted to be here and still has plenty left in the tank.
Yeah, I'm always ready. Any of these backs to say that, that's what we do. We love what we do. We're good at what we do. Any of us can be featured. So, and I'm definitely confident in myself so that I can be a feature back. I still have it. I'm sure I feel better now than I did my rookie year. So, I'm good.
From one side of the ball to the other, inexperience not a factor on that defensive line. The Cowboys go out and add themselves another former Pro Bowl edge rusher. He's going to be chasing quarterbacks this season. He also wants to be chasing championships. It only took a future 6th-round pick to get Robert Quinn to the Dallas Cowboys, a 2-time Pro Bowler with a knack of getting to the quarterback.
Just working my way in, trying to prove myself each and every day, and basically earn my keep here. But it's been a smooth transition, building chemistry with the guys. So it's been a great run so far, but got a lot more work to do.
Quinn has had some big-time seasons throughout his 8-year career so far, double-digit sacks in 3 of them. A 19-sack season back in 2013, and he's ready for a new beginning in year 9.
I think guys have really bought in, and of course I'm the new guy here, just looking out, looking from outside in. I think guys have really bought in and ready to take that next step into something great.
The former Miami Dolphin and St. Louis and Los Angeles Ram has spent training camp so far learning from some of the greats, like Charles Haley. And, of course, the old-school style of defensive coordinator Rod Marinelli.
Yeah, you just try not to make them mad, and you should be all right. So I'm pretty quiet, so, let me knock on wood and hopefully stay on his good side.
You combine Quinn and DeMarcus Lawrence's career sacks, it's over 100. Potential for a monster pass rush, something Quinn sees across the board on the defensive line with his new crew.
His resume kind of speaks for itself, and, I think mine's decent. But, that's in the past. We got to reprove ourselves each and every year. But just going off paper, it could be great, not just us two, the whole D-line.
Should be quite the tandem. Chuck, the Cowboys have the day off tomorrow. We will not. We got a Leighton Vander Esch story coming up for you tomorrow night on Fox San Antonio. But for now, live in Oxnard, Chase Shannon, Maximum Sports.
Elliott's holdout, and Jerry Jones may be playing chess versus Zeke's checkers. Jerry made a move bringing in a new running back. Our Chase Shannon is live in Oxnard with the very latest. Chase?
Hey, Don, it's class dismissed out here in Oxnard. They had a late walkthrough this evening, and now they break for a day off on Wednesday as they prepare for a big weekend still ahead. In the meantime, though, they have added a veteran presence in the backfield that suddenly makes this inexperienced group experienced.
Big Al's coming back, you know what I'm saying?
Zeke Insurance has arrived. Alfred Morris making his second tour with the Dallas Cowboys, giving them a veteran back while Elliott is away.
He's been in the system before, so he knows most of the plays. Just get in his ear, listen to what we have to say, and just take it and put it to my game.
I mean, he's a true vet. He's a true vet. He knows the schemes. We're always learning off him. You know, he's the king of the wide zone. You know, he's been through it. So just learning from him as I did my rookie year, it just helps. It makes our entire room better.
Morris spent last season with the 49ers, had a workout scheduled with the Saints, but ultimately the 30-year-old wanted to be back with Dallas.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it's almost like coming back home. Honestly, you know, I still know I'm majority of the faces here, some new faces, some new names I have to learn, but that's fine with me. Feels like I never left.
It all happened quickly. Late last night, the news broke. Morris was in Oxnard and ready to go on a one-year deal.
You know, he's available to us. Obviously, Zeke is not here, and he's a really good veteran player who we know and really like. We wanted to keep him, last year, and he felt like there was a better opportunity in San Francisco, so we had the chance to bring him back. We thought it was a good thing for our team, and obviously in Zeke's absence, there are plenty of reps for a guy like that to get, so we'll ease him into practice here the next few days.
Morris has 3 1,000-yard-plus rushing seasons, all back in his first 3 years. Now going into year 8, he says he has plenty in the tank should he have to fill in once again.
Yeah, I'm always ready. I mean, any of these backs to say that, you know, like that's what we do. We love what we do. We're good at what we do. You know, any of us can be featured. So, and I'm definitely confident in myself so that I can be a feature back. I still have it. I'm sure I feel better now than I did my rookie year. So, you know, I'm good.
Jason Garrett was asked if they would have brought Alfred Morris in if Zeke was here, and his answer was that he does not live in hypotheticals. Live in Oxnard, Chase Shannon, News 4 San Antonio.
All right, tonight in the Hall of Fame game, the Cowboys had Hall of Fame hopes when they drafted Taco Charlton out of Michigan a couple of years ago, and now it's about make it or break it time for him. Our Chase Shannon is a Hall of Famer in his own right. He joins us live from Oxnard with that. Chase?
Hey, Don, enough with Taco Tuesday. We're making it Taco Thursday out here in Oxnard. Taco Charlton entering year 3, and the Cowboys need to see a lot more from their young pass rusher. A first-round pick just 2 years ago, Taco Charlton needs to produce. The 28th overall selection only has 4 sacks in his 2 seasons. He says he's ready to step up, though.
I got big goals, always. That's kind of how I always set up before every season. I set big goals for myself, and, it could be something crazy like 25 sacks, not knowing, you feel me, but just strive for that. I like to work there just to keep my work ethic going and just strive for something big, and then, you reach for the stars, you get to the mountains type deal.
If anything, the Cowboys can use Taco for depth. With DeMarcus Lawrence sidelined this preseason and Randy Gregory suspended, he's got a big opportunity. Still being able to work with Tank should also be beneficial.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just he's still here on the sideline, helping us, coaching us up. We always had that, that bond where we could talk back and forth and learn from each other. So we keeping that up this off season and keep going and like I said, improving.
The 6'6", 275-pounder still has plenty of competition on the defensive line. And if it's going to be Taco time in Dallas this fall, he's going to have to continue to set those big goals and prove why they picked him in the first round.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we got a lot of talented guys. We got guys that's out right now that still we waiting for to come back. That's even going to add even more talent to us. So, like I said, we just working. We work for what we got right now, working to get better. It's a long camp, so trying to bring the young guys along. And like I said, just keep improving each day.
Coming up tonight after the Hall of Fame game, we're going to introduce you to a guy who in a previous life was a professional baseball player, a college baseball coach, a walk-on college basketball player who one day just decided he wanted to play football, and now he's a Dallas Cowboy. You're not going to want to miss that story. But for now, live in Oxnard, Chase Shannon, News 4 San Antonio.
All right, we're now deep into the dog days of training camp, and that means that just about every storyline has been covered. The biggest, no doubt, Ezekiel Elliott's holdout. But there's a wise old Cowboy who knows a thing or two about being criticized for a trip to Cabo. Our Chase Shannon is in Oxnard. He is live at training camp, and he's got more on a guy who knows all about the criticism Zeke is taking right now. Chase?
If you've been a Cowboys fan for the last decade, the word Cabo scares you. Remember back in 2007, a couple of Cowboys in their 20s decided to take a trip south of the border. Tony Romo, Jason Witten, and pop star Jessica Simpson going down to Cabo during that playoff bye week. The next week, they played the Giants in the divisional round of the postseason, and of course, they lost. Witten says Zeke's trip to Cabo is different. He's probably going to be working hard, and he also probably wouldn't remember Witten's infamous trip because when they went to Cabo, Zeke was 12.
Yeah. Personally, those guys don't even remember that. They're too young to know that story. Only you guys. But, you know, perception's reality, I guess, is my lesson learned from that point. But honestly, that was a different situation. It was, during the playoff week. I think for him, like, it's kind of nonsense to us. I know he's going to be training. He's going to be ready to play.
Yeah, Witten makes sure to tell us that Zeke's probably not at the resort sipping margaritas. You remember back in 2017 when he was suspended down in Cabo, those chiseled pictures of him working out on the beach. I'm sure we'll see some more of those surface here if he stays down there any longer. But for now, live in Oxnard, Chase Shannon, News 4 San Antonio.
Thanks. The opposite of being the face of the franchise is being the guy that nobody knows, that nobody's ever heard of. Does the name Cody McElroy ring a bell? Of course not. But it will now. Our Chase Shannon is live in Oxnard with his story. Chase?
The tight ends group is loaded, especially with Jason Witten back. It's going to be an uphill battle for one of their new guys to even make the team and wear the star, but to even be here is straight out of the movies. Can you imagine being good at everything? Cowboys tight end Cody McElroy played middle school football and only one semester of college ball.
Growing up, I liked the Cowboys and I was a big football fan, so I watched it. And I was skinny when I was younger. I was tall, but I was skinny, so I never even really thought about tight end being a thing. And then I kind of started putting on some weight and some muscle and some size and decided I'd give it a go.
First a baseball player, was at Texas for a minute with the Longhorns before playing D2 ball and getting a shot in the minors. Then he went to Oklahoma State, walked onto the basketball team, and graduated. Coaching was his next calling as a graduate assistant at Wichita State before deciding he wanted to further his education at a Division II in Oklahoma.
So I just went down, I saw him practicing one day, and I just went and hollered at the coach, hey, could you use a body? He had me run a couple routes. He said he thought he could find a way to use me, and we went from there. 4 days later, we had our first game.
The rest is history. 1 year of college football and an NFL call, signing with the Los Angeles Rams before being cut before the season. Is there a sport you can't play?
I'm terrible at golf, and that's the one I wish I was good at. My dad beats me every time we play. I can't get it.
So we're not going to see you pop up on the PGA Tour?
No, you'll never see that.
Now he's with the Cowboys with a loaded tight end group. It's not going to be easy for McElroy to make the team, but being here enough for a guy who's seen it all.
It's a process for me not having much football background, so I'm developing and I'm learning a lot, but I think just making sure they know they can trust me, and if I need to help the team, that they can put me out there and I know what to do.
Yeah, when I was in college, I asked the football coach if they needed an extra body, and he handed me a water bottle and told me to go fill it up. Just kidding, that didn't really happen, but it would have had I asked if they needed somebody. Hey, don't forget the blue-white scrimmage is on Saturday, but for now, live in Oxnard, Chase Shannon, News 4 San Antonio.
That's all right.